Coming up in our brief for today, President-Akufo-Addo has raised issues that Ghana is concerned about the activities of Russian mercenaries on the Burkina Faso border. I am not the owner of those houses in Airport Hills, Sammy Gyamfi replies Pablo. And the Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana and the Industrial and Commercial Workers Union have joined a call on the government not to touch pensions in debt exchange program. Welcome to Graphic Online's News in Brief. We start with Ghana's concerns about activities of Russian mercenaries at the Burkina Faso border. At a meeting with the United States Secretary of State in Washington, D.C. yesterday, President Akufo-Addo raised the issue and said Burkina Faso had given the Russian mercenaries working for the Wagner Group a mine as payment for their services.
According to the president, Burkina Faso had given Russian mercenaries working for the Wagner Group a mine as payment for their services. The president said he was particularly concerned about the activities of the Russian mercenaries because of Ghana's very vocal condemnation of Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
Turning our attention to politics, the National Communications Officer of the National Democratic Congress, Sammy Gyamfi, has responded to speculation that he owns 6 Land Cruiser Toyota vehicles and a mansion at Airport Hills in Accra.
Mr. Gyamfi was responding to allegations leveled against him by his critics, including the re-elected national organizer of the NDC, George Opari-Addo, alias Pablo. Pablo dared Sammy Gyamfi to justify the ownership of his alleged Airport Hills home and disclose his source of income. Mr. Gyamfi said it was his prayer to own such houses.
A prophecy will be prophesied into my life, and so I receive it. Me reso. And for me, because area no my born one me pay. I want to see me. So go.
Open Airport Hills.
Airport Hills any planet. Any planet.
Uni mansion ho.
Me ba any planet.
Nipa ho.
MPP for nka ho. NDC for nka ho. Na visa me nya hwa me ntra. Nyame mane mrem. Yese me wo Land Cruisers nkwansia.
Eso what say?
Madofo amutie me ba akopɛ. Eno kwa Yewura Mahama ho do to be the chairman.
What say?
Me say.
That's what 6.
Ma menyi 6 ni nyina ntum na mrem. Let me tell you something. Pictures no mu show no. On social media portals be publishing. I am not the owner of any of those houses. But me bomb pies I can own a house like that. And in fact, a dia me pese me sia. Me ye nwedwuma no. E be 5 times pictures no mu show no mo teso. The Syria me koyo no be ko ho to.
And before we go and in labor issues, the Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana and the Industrial and Commercial Workers Union have joined calls for the government not to touch pensions in the debt exchange program.
According to the Executive Secretary of CLOCSAG, Isaac Bampoado, the move is against the National Pensions Act, Act 766, and therefore urged the Minister of Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, to update himself with the provisions of the Act. Meanwhile, the Industrial and Commercial Workers Union, in a statement signed by its General Secretary, Morgan Ayawene, have joined other trade union organizations to call on the government to rescind its decision to touch pension funds.
We state categorically that pension funds are individual investments. Per the pronouncement by the Honorable Minister of Finance, pension funds are individual holders and are exempted from the debt exchange program. The individual contributions and earnings in pension funds vest in the individual and not the trustee. Therefore, a decision on any variation is the responsibility of the individual and not the trustee who is managing the fund. Per Section 102 on protection of accrued benefits, pension funds cannot be used, and I repeat, cannot be used for the domestic debt exchange program. If these provisions in the National Pension Act 208 and 766 have escaped the government, CLOCSAG would wish to draw the attention of the government to these important provisions. CLOCSAG is serving notice on the National Labour Commission that should government default in honoring any of the coupons when due for the schemes, it will declare an indefinite nationwide strike.
Thank you for watching. For more news, please visit our website graphic.com.gh or follow us on Facebook at Daily Graphic and on YouTube and Twitter at GraphicGH. I am Enoch Dafa Frimpong.